Hey Taurus, how are you? My name is Sherilyn, this is Zeke, and we're here to do this reading tonight because we were bored on a Friday night. So we decided to do a set of readings, so that's what we're doing. If I could get the cards to go the right way. No. This one's going to be the Big Wish. No, just the one I decided on. And this one's going to be for Taurus. All right, one more shuffle. You good, Zeke? Okay. He just lays here. Oh, no. It's a great dog. Okay. This one's for my Tauruses. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Alrighty. Let's see what we got, okay? What is your big wish right now? Oh, so we get the Six of Pentacles. So your big wish is to have a sense of reciprocity. Isn't that everybody's? No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not everybody's. But for this to be your big wish, it has to mean to some extent that it's something that you felt was not happening, okay? So you feel as though you've been giving more than you've been receiving, no doubt. And you want that to change. You want to feel like there's an equal give and take to life in general, I feel like. I don't know if this is towards a particular situation yet or if it's just life in general. Let's see. Okay. So what is your subconscious fear to this end? And you get the Empress. So you are the Empress, male or female, doesn't matter. It's an energy more than anything. It means that you have the ability to nurture things into fruition, pretty much point blank, okay? Whether it be a baby, a business, a whatever it is. You're the person that can nurture something until it becomes what you need it to be. But you don't know that as that person, as the Empress, if it's possible to have reciprocity. It feels like it's a very self-sacrificing role to play for you, or that's how you view it. Okay. Alrighty. What are your self-limiting beliefs? The Five of Pentacles. So you believe if you insist on this reciprocity from other people, they'll turn and leave. You'll be left out in the cold. That's what your fear is. That the reason these people stay around you, or the reason why these people are in your life, is because you give more than you receive. Okay. I mean, I can see where that fear could come from. I don't know that it's valid, but... All right, let's see what we get. So what is the obstacle here? The Seven of Cups. So I feel like there's plenty of options around you right now, in general. Not just in love or just in work, just in general, there's options. I feel like the lesson that's for some reason coming through here has to do with discernment. Meaning I feel like you're struggling with understanding which people are good for you and which people are not, or which jobs are good for you, which ones are not. You're having a hard time realizing that some things just aren't good for you. Some people, some jobs, some places, whatever. There's some that just aren't going to be advantageous to you. And they could be to somebody else, but to you they are not. And you're being called on to be able to figure out how to discern between the two. Okay, you're trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt when your intuition's screaming at you, and those two people over there shouldn't be given that, but you still do. That's what I'm seeing here. So people who are not willing to give you reciprocity, when that is the thing that you want, that is your big wish, then those people shouldn't be in your life. They're not serving you, you know what I mean? And yet you let them stay because you don't want to judge people, or you don't want, I don't know, something like that. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. All right, so what do you need to change? The Moon. This is very similar to Aquarius's reading. People around you don't even realize how upset you are, or that you're upset at all. You're not letting people know. Or you're not letting the person that's to blame to know. How's that? You might be telling other people, which would kind of be worse in a way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might be communicating to other people what it is that's lacking in a certain situation, or what somebody's not doing that you want them to do. But I don't feel like you're telling the person who isn't doing what you want them to do what's wrong. So that becomes a whole different problem, right? Your communication skills seem off-center to me right now from what I'm seeing here. I don't believe you're communicating where the lack is at with the person who's lacking. You're communicating possibly with other people, but that's just intensifying the situation in a bad way. Okay? All right, let's see. What do you need to nurture? The Four of Cups. If something is making you unhappy, you have to communicate that, or you can't be upset about it. I mean, it's just, people aren't mind readers. Even I can't read minds. I can read cards, but not minds. But you can't just think they're gonna know, because, you know what I'm saying, you have to communicate. If you try to communicate with somebody and they're not receptive, okay, so be it. That wasn't the right person then, I guess. I don't know. But you're not trying to communicate anything. You're trying to pretend you're happy anyways, and that's not working. You have to understand when you're dissatisfied with something, and then you have to speak on it, or it's never going to get better. Okay? All right. What do you need to let go of? The Ten of Swords. So you're not telling people what's not making you happy. Sorry, Zeke, come here. Okay, and then you're viewing it as a betrayal when they can't figure out magically what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you did go tell somebody what didn't make you happy and they didn't fix it, so it's a betrayal. At any rate, you're hanging on to that pain versus trying to fix things. Almost like you are more comfortable being the person who doesn't get what you want, if that makes any sense at all. Almost like you're more comfortable being the victim in the situation, because then you get some kind of sympathy. I know that's a terrible thing to hear, and I'm sure nobody wanted to hear that, but that's the kind of notion I'm getting here. And that's not the way you are as a person. It's just something you've fallen into because of this problem with communicating what you need or want to people. So the only way you then feel like they care about you is when they're feeling sorry for you, or feeling because you're not getting what you want. And it's always not the person who it was intended to go towards. This, I hope that makes sense too, but it's really just a lot of everything not matching up quite right. And it's all because of this communication error and your need for learning to discern between good and bad for you. All right, sorry. Okay, so what do you need to know? And it's the world. You need to know that some cycles in your life are supposed to close out for good. Period. Not everybody that comes into your life is supposed to stay forever. Sometimes people are just supposed to be there for a minute and move on. And you have to learn when to be able to tell that that's what's going on and when to be able to walk away. You're trying to keep everything in your life all the time, and it just doesn't work that way. Or you won't be able to focus on the people that really can bring you happiness. Okay? Because you'll be too scattered. Okay, I hope that makes sense. There you go, Taurus. Okay, that's that. Anybody needs a private reading, just send me a message. I'll get you details. And other than that, I hope you have a great night. Okay? All right, you guys. Take care. From me and Ziki. Okay. Let's see. Boom.